Biafra, superstars, media.
My people, how in a day? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you listen to my sound of my voice. My people, just a very quick one. You see, the economic sanction placed on Nigeria by the Biafra Republic government in exile has affected the value of the naira. The naira is now in the gutters, and those moguls, those businessmen, those pastors, those men of God that love to take the naira on Sunday after the offering, and they take the naira to bury the change, to change the dollars. The value of the naira don't go down. So now they have come with a new techniques. Make una hear this one now. Paying your tithe is no more 10% because the naira is down. 10% is not enough for dollars. So make una hear the story of the pastor. No me talk amo, but I go put sense for una because I know say now what's in the happen right now. If you are ready, let's go there. Make una hear.
Nigeria today, I'm one of the oldest.
Okay.
So I made up my mind that I'm going to publicly ask for forgiveness for anything I in particular might have said wrong about tithing.
How will you say things wrong when it is God that inspired you? You are a man of God. You are a man of God. So it means God speaks through you. All this while you will say, so says the Lord. And the Lord told me. The Lord said. So how come today now you are saying you have made mistake? You were on the pulpit when you made that sermon. When you preached and gave the prophecy, say, anybody that does not pay their tithe will not go to heaven. You were in the pulpit. So you were inspired by God. The Holy Spirit spoke to you, ministered to you to make that statement. But today you say you are sorry, you have made a mistake. Pastor, God is not human that will make mistake. That heaven, no. I don't want to go on because I'm not paying tithes. I make good money. I make big money. I don't pay tithes. So that heaven, no, I don't want to go on. Let's continue.
So I told my children on Thursday night.
Okay.
I said something. I said that if you don't pay your tithes, you won't go to heaven.
Okay.
I said, that's not in the Bible. I said, I apologize.
I apologize, body and soul. I apologize. What I said wasn't in the Bible. So I apologize. God, Nigeria. Una shame they shame me. Nigeria. Nigerians. Una shame they shame me. Oyibo man give una Jesus. Now your pastors, they call themselves the men of God. Una shame they shame me. He has apologized. Forgive him. Tell him go and sin no more. Your sins are forgiven. Nigerians, make una wake up. Make una wake up. Una shame, they shame me. Aye, continue.
I said, what is in the Bible is that you are to follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see God. Within an hour, it was already in the internet. Pastor Adeboye says, don't pay tithes. I didn't say that. Fortunately, everything I said is on record. I went forward to tell my people. I said it is wrong to tie you down to 10% at a time when, by the grace of God, you should be far, far, far above 10%.
Boom! This is where the 419 comes now, because, with all due respect, your naira now is in the toilet. During those days where you pay 10%, for example, the naira was like 250 naira to $1. But today now, $1 is like 1,000 and something naira, close to 1,700 naira. So your 10%, technically, for the pastors, for the men of God, that they love their money, they are expecting a threshold of money every month. And mind you, most of them, they bank their money in dollars, in foreign currency. They call it Forex. 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 Foxtrot, Oscar, Romeo, Echo, X-ray. Forex. They bank their money in foreign currency. You see, now your value of the naira is down. So to them now, they want to meet their threshold. Say the money is not enough. So now they are saying, don't pay 10% anymore of your tithes. You have to go higher. Go upper. Go higher. Go to the upper echelon. Pay more money. And see the wonders of God in your life. They will now tell you a story of somebody that did it. And the person is doing very well now. Listen to the story. Listen to the story. The thing will switch on. Listen.
I told them a story. Not a new story, a story they have had several times. That several years ago, I went to Tulsa to attend a King's camp meeting. And they wanted to take an offering for their Bible college. And one man came to the altar together with his wife and asked for permission to speak. And they gave him the microphone. And he said, I beg all of you who are here today, give very well. Because whatever all of you give, that's what my wife and I alone will give.
Hold on there. So now he said he went to Tulsa to a conference, and while they were about to give offering, a stranger came from nowhere, and suddenly this stranger had the privilege to be given the mic to speak. He now said, all of you here, all of una wende for here, make una donate well, because anything when una put together, me and my wife go match them. You see, things like this, back in the days, my dad used to be a chairman in their meeting. Now they are chairman for meeting. What he used to do them is say, when they are doing a special program, whether Nigerian festival or any activities, him go plan with the MC there. I say, come on, during the time of the donation, I go come here, I go bamba for the mic, I go boast, I go put a very big money after boasting. But technically, you and I know I am only putting 25% of that money. But I go come, I go bamba, I go provoke, I go boast, I go put the money, say, nobody feel match me. Now, this is the psychology. So once my dad come do he go come, Kwenu, hey, kwenu, hey. Who na be? As in they provoke. Oh my God, forget to. My dad was, very, very clever guy. Because then they need funding for their projects. My dad would say, he was doing incarnation. When in yan, during those days, he go put down 50,000 naira. Push. So anybody when go match him, na fight. When they put down, bam, come out. People now, they don't begin to drink now. They chop their own, unkwobi. They drink palm wine. Person go come vex, match him. Somebody will come say, okay, you are lucky. Today, I will go 50%. I put 25,000. Before you know it, they will make lots of funding. You see, it's to trip your ego. So him saying that this man of God, a stranger came and said, please, can I have the mic in a church? And they gave a stranger a mic. He now said, please, donate as much as you can Whatever you donate, me and my household, me and my wife, me and my madam, we go match him. Now hear what he will say next. Now the same story. Now the same game, my people. Now the same game be that. Let's take it back. Make me hear the story. Hear the story. Hear the story.
I told them a story.
Okay.
Not a new story, a story they have had several times.
Okay.
That several years ago, I went to Tulsa to attend a taking camp meeting. And they wanted to take an offering from the Bible college. And one man came to the altar together with his wife and asked for permission to speak. And they gave him the microphone. And he said, I beg all of you who are here today, give very well. Because whatever all of you give, that's what my wife and I alone will give. And we're about 17,000 people. What is this man saying? He said, anything all of you put together can give. That's what my wife and I alone will give. So some people say, this man is in trouble. Those who didn't want to give before now began to give. At the end, he said they should count everything. They counted, and it was $3.5 million that was contributed. They announced it. And we thought, hey, you are the one who got yourself into trouble.
Hold on there. Now, where he can make mistake with this? Because you and I know, say, after offering, they don't count the money immediately. And there is no way the ushers can count $3.something million. That's not how it's done. What they do in everywhere I've gone, even around the whole world, those other small churches and the zoo churches will say, on Sunday, after your offering, they put the money in a strong room. When people don't go, those when they count go stay behind. Them go count till evening. When they don't count finish, then on Monday, they will carry the money, go for bank, go drop. Or go to borrow the change, go get the dollars. There is no way in Tulsa, like you claim in America, that you went for a convention. 17,000 people came to the convention. Then the ushers, then when they there, please can't count all the money. A lie. Before that time, the program don't finish. People don't go. There is no way they will not count the money and say, okay, guess what? We made 3.7 million, and that small man stay for that place. They wait. Say, okay, count. Keep on counting. It means the man has taken over the show. A stranger who just came there. Oga, that story not add up. It not add up. It not add up. But let's continue. Continue with the story.
He took the microphone and I said, brethren,
take it back. Listen. Take it back. Listen.
Want to give before now began to give.
Okay.
At the end, he said they should count everything. They counted, and it was $3.5 million that was contributed. They announced it, and we thought, hey, you are the one who got yourself into trouble. He took the microphone and I said, brethren, is this all you can do? So I said, this man knows something I don't know. As soon as the service ended, I cornered him. Sir, please, I'm from Africa. I came all the way from Africa. Tell me your secret.
Hold on there. Now, suddenly, after the man, they go, you can't corner the man. Say, please, sir, you are calling somebody when you just visit. Say, please, sir, I am from Africa. Tell me your secret. Oh, my God. You know, I don't want to do these videos because sometimes, but guess what? When I was in that zoo, stories like this catch me. To call a spade. When I was in the zoo, my brain was something blocked my brain. I was not functioning on full capacity. So I understand why in Nigeria people think or behave the way they behave. Because something is blocking your brain. The spirit of poverty don't block on our brain. You guys are not rational. You are not rational thinkers. You are not critical thinkers. You don't know how to decipher things. You don't know how to eat the meat and spit out the bones when it comes to information. You don't understand critical reasoning and critical analysis. When there is poverty, when there is hunger, when your brain is thinking about the next food to eat, then there is no way you will be a critical analyst. Because poverty, they cloud your mind. So somebody can come and tell you a story like this, and you will fall for it. The LCM of the story is the naira is in the gutters. You guys, you are based in Nigeria. You are paying your 10% tithe. Some of you have lost your job. Fuel price and everything has eaten the tithe. So the few now, when they left, when still get money, he want to do what they call a markup price. Markup price, so that he will still be making the same threshold, the same amount of money, even though now few people 9 day. So he's now saying that do not pay 10% again, make you go higher, begin pay higher money. It's okay to pay high money. They call the difference of the value he will now make the markup price. To mark up something, markup price. This is simple psychology, but you guys in the zoo, I don't know how to help you guys. I won't blame you so much, because when I was in the zoo, I was just like you. I was just thinking like you as well. Something will cloud your mind, your memory, that you cannot think out. When you pray to God, you are praying to God for your daily bread. Give us this day our daily bread. I won't lie to you guys. In the Western world, nobody prays for daily bread, because food is not the problem. When I say this, you guys will not understand. When I say food is not the problem, if people they riot for Western world, they will not give them rice. If they say end bad governance, they will not give them rice. If they say, oh, the economy is hard, they will not give them rice. If they say they are hungry, like in the zoo, they will not give them rice. They will ask for jobs. What they ask for is jobs and good pay. A good pay. You see, and not just the minimum wage, living wage. They call it the living wage. It's different. The psychology is different. So in Nigeria, you guys, because of hardship, poverty is a weapon. It makes you that when someone speaks to you about God, you want to worship that person in hopes that God will now bless you to that person. Very, very sad. Let's continue with this story. Let us now get the moral of the story. Listen. Take it back. Listen.
Is this all you can do?
Okay.
So I said, this man knows something I don't know.
He knows something.
As soon as the service ended, I cornered him. Sir, please, I'm from Africa. I came all the way from Africa.
Okay.
Tell me your secret. Because you must know something that I don't know. For you to do this kind of thing. He said, you want to know? I said, yes, sir. He said, 5 years ago, I started a business with $500. And I told God, this is your business.
Okay.
You are my senior partner.
Okay.
I will not insult you by giving you 10%.
Okay.
I will give you 90%.
Okay.
And I will make do with the remaining 10%.
Okay.
So it's up to you to bless business. He said that was 5 years ago.
Okay.
He said this year, the turnover of that little company is $50 million.
Boom, hold on there. Now, let me show you the mathematics, because there is a way the brain works. A brain, when they tell story, when they tell lies, sometimes it is magnetic. It wants to remember what they are saying, so they will play safe. They call it the safe mechanism of the brain. But if you tell the person when tell lies to tell you the story again, they will make mistake. Now, the playing safe, when I mean, he said to play it safe, he said, a man was doing a business 5 years ago with only $500. 5 years is 5. $500 is 5. Then after he now begged God, say, "Brother, help me, I will give you 90% tithe or interest and take just 10%. After 5 years, the business is now worth how much? $50 million. What's the key point there? For somebody when they do critical analysis, because in Nigeria, you guys don't understand critical analysis. Why? Because there is poverty, there is hunger. That's why they keep you in abject poverty. Someone like me, I they do critical analysis. It is part of my job that I do in the Western world. If you're in cybersecurity, every day there are threats. So it's part of your job to make sure there are mechanisms around to safeguard, to make sure that things stay safe. Mitigation of risk. There are risk, cyber risk, and you must put control in place. When you put those control in place, you are now mitigating the risk to reduce the level of the risk and the impact of the risk. And while you are doing it, you must be using what they call critical reasoning and critical analysis. Now, from this man's story, because now childish story in talk, he said 5 years ago, the man did business. He got only $500. After he communicated with God, he begged God, say, I will give you 90%, take 10%. After 5 years, the business is now worth how much? $50 million. What's the LCM there? 555. 555. What do I mean? 555. What do I mean? Critical reasoning. Let me teach you how to rationalize your mind. You must be rational now. You must be critical. What do I mean by 555? The brain playing it safe. We'll talk a story based on 5 years ago. He only had what? $500. And after 5 years, after God bless him, the business turned to what? 5 again, $50 million. 555. That's how you understand when person they talk story will not be true. They bring the day safe. The brain go play them safe. With all due respect, I've been in the stock exchange market for more than 12 years. I have invested more than $500 with all the respect. There is no way in 5 years you do a business $500. You know, you can't pray to God that you give God, you are giving God 90% of your profit. You are left with just 10%. Think about that though. Then after 5 years, the business is now worth 50 million. 555. The brain telling a story will play safe. You understand? That's how it's done. I'm only doing this to help Nigerians open on our brain. Say, we the Biafrans, what we are saying that we want out of Nigeria because we have seen the flaw of Nigeria. We have seen the trajectory Nigeria is going. We have seen what the Fulani cabal they are about to do. Oh my God, you guys don't get it. One man been come to expose them. The man they call what's his name again? Lafia. They killed him in what year? In 2022 or so. The man came out to expose the Fulani cabal. Say they have a timetable. And it was supposed to be executed in 2022. So also the reason why the cabal they were angry with Nnamdi Kano, they say Nnamdi Kano came out and told us they are coming. He could read them, he could decipher their plan, and he told us they were coming. So they were so angry with Nnamdi Kano for exposing their plan that they went all the way to Kenya to kidnap him. They went to a foreign land to kidnap a Biafran man who went on holiday with a British passport. So I told you that story to tell you this. In most cases, when we say things like this, it's not because I hate this pastor. No. He's my elder now. I respect him. But I'll be doing myself a disservice. I'll be a liar to the people. I'll be a hypocrite that I know something is a lie. That I know something is fabricated. That I know something that tells by moonlight. Story. Tales by moonlight. Things you tell to minors. Minor is somebody who cannot defend themselves. They need an advocate to speak on their behalf. These pastors, these men of God, they have turned you guys to minors. And when they speak, say, I spoke to God. You guys, you bow down and you believe it. I'm speaking in general, not about this pastor. I'm speaking in general here. Because it is sad that in the 21st century, Oyibo won't give na Jesus, Oyibo won't give na Mary. Right now, if you talk about Jesus in the Western world, they'll be laughing at you. They'll feel pity for you. Them with a shameful one and say, oh, you're so backward. These guys, they're so backward, They've not developed yet mentally. They still believe in a sky God, in a sky daddy. You believe that one day the cloud will crack open and horses, chariots will come down. Even the person when write the story, during those days, now horse, when they use. So for in own mind, him can write, say, oh, on the last day, when the heaven will open, the horses will come down. Horses. What can a horse do to a Lamborghini? What can a horse do to a Jaguar, a G-Wagon, a Mercedes-Benz? What is a horse? But because the person will write the story, during that time, his mind was clouded to that level. There was a time stamp at the time when a horse was everything. Like today now, we know say car. We know about cars. When somebody want to come with the story, he will say, oh, you will buy when God come, he will give you a car. But 2,000 years from now, they may have like a flying saucer. And they'll be laughing at those who are saying, oh, God said, he will come with cars from heaven and destroy, or he will come with a gun, with a fire. He will burn this world down with fire. There might be something else. There might be a new gas that will just in seconds, in nanoseconds, will change everything in the world to water. I'm saying that to say this, my people. I beg you now, because I love my Biafran people. Biafrans that are still going to these churches. We don't the one to say, make una dey careful, be rational. Do not allow people like this to make you to attack the Biafra Republic government in exile. Do not allow people like this to make you to go against what we are doing. Because for us, we are practicalizing things. We believe in the practical. We believe in things that will really happen. We don't believe in story. We don't believe in story. We believe in practical, in the real thing. We are saying on the 2nd of December, we are going home. That's the only reason why I'm touching this video now. Because I don't want someone to come say, and God told me in the name of God, if you are Igbo, if you are from the eastern region, do not join Simon Ekpa. Leave him alone. The God said Nigeria will be great. Some of you now, you'll fall for it. That's my worry. That's my fear. That's how dangerous a religion can be. Because one crazy person can come from somewhere and say, and God said, you must not follow Biafra. You must denounce Biafra. Biafra is evil. So says the Lord. Nigeria is the place. Nigeria must be great. Forget about Biafra. Today, come outside and denounce Biafra and you will go to heaven. Some of you will now start doing that. That's why I came out to expose the weakness, the flaw in this pastor's story. I won't go much further. All I will say is for those who have ears, let them hear. I'm not here to play the whole video. No. I'm not here to do that. I only came to open your mind because you guys, you are clouded in your judgment. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. The man when you have one eye in the land of the blind, they will see him as their king, as their God, as their redeemer. Because he knows a bit. He can see more than them. But that doesn't mean that person is the end all and be all. Because in the other land where people have two eyes, they will see the man with the one eye as a disabled man. He's got disability. They will pay him some money for disability pension, disability wage. He'll be on benefit in the Western world for disability. But in his own land, in the land of the blind, they see him as king. That's all I'm saying. In Nigeria, when your pastor speaks to you because you are hungry, you are poor, there is no good road, there is no basic amenities, there is no light. Never they take light. When you want to protest, then give you rice. So you guys, in your mind, you are myopic, you are shallow thinkers. I am sorry. But psychologically, you are shallow thinkers. You guys cannot think deep below your belly. It's all about your stomach. You think about food. When you pray to God, you beg God for your daily bread. When you want to get a job, you sleep with a man to give you a job. It's all about that daily bread. In the Western world, they don't do it though. In the Western world, they don't do it though. We don't dobale for nobody, yo. That's what we'll bring to Biafra. I rest my case. For those who have ears, let them hear. For those who have ears, let them hear. I'm not here to play this story because some of you, you just want to hear a story from... I'm not here to play this guy's story. I only came to educate. Okay, let me just give you a bit. Let me give you a bit.
I said, thank you very much. And I came back home. And from that day onward, I began to increase the percentage I give to God. I told those of my friends who were around, this is what I learned over there. Today, I am not close to 90%, but I'm far from 10%. I'm telling you the story I told my children on Thursday.
Now, and now they are clapping. He said, today I am not so close to 90% of tithe, but I am far away from 10%. He is not so close to paying 90%, but he is far away from 10%. He is not so close to 90%, but he is far away from 10%. 90, 10. Then it's now up to you to work the mathematics. If you now check for the median or the middle of that one, you are looking at least 45%. People say, okay, at least, okay, I cannot do 90%. I will pray to God. I will beg God that I can do 40%. Oh Lord, in Jesus' name, I have heard the story. This man can do 90% in America and you blessed him. Papa, please, in the name of God, I can only do 40%. Please bless the hands. Bless my hands like the widow's mite. Papa, please, I can only do 40%. Please bless me as you bless the man in America. I want to make money. I want to bless my family. I want to bless my children. I want to buy a house. I want to buy a car. I want my business to be big, Papa. I can only do 40% because I am paying school fees. I can only do 40% because my daughter, she has married but there is no job. I can only do 40% because my mother is sick and I'm paying for her medication. I can only do 40% because my father has no car anymore, so he's using my car and I pay for the fuel. Father, please understand. Pardon me. I cannot do 90%. I can pay 40% of my tithe. Father, please help me. Bless me. I need money. If I make this money, I can help my family. If I make this money, I can feed my children. If I make this money, I can reinvest in the church. If I make this money, I will expand my business. This is the problem you guys have. That is where the psychology will not catch you. Shame the shame. I won't even get angry with you guys, but it is shameful that in the 21st century, people in Africa still believe that you can talk to God through somebody. Man, I'm wasting my time. Peace. I love you all.
Yeah, check me out. Superstars Media. Lord Logan. Bloomington, Lord Logan. And it's why Flora show. 1914 amalgamation is what we dying for. 3 nations to 1 nation. Ever since annihilation, nepotism is nonsense. You and you, clap your hand, clap your hands. Biafra gonna come, clap your hand, clap your hands. Biafra, Oduduwa, we're free now. Freedom is gonna come, we're free now. Yeah.